Hey everyone, welcome back to Gamecasters, and today I'll be going over top gear for Wizard in Season 19 of Diablo 3. This is February 19th, I believe? February 18th. February 18th for the Season 19 of Diablo 3. This is the top gear that is on the leaderboards for this week. I will be updating as things change, but for right now, we'll be going over what is there. I know it's been a minute since I've done one of these videos, so I'm finally getting back to it. I'm going to keep you guys a lot more updated from now on. I have more access to be able to do videos regularly and a way to get them up to you guys. So starting off, it looks like Wizard for Season 19 is a variant of the Energy Twister build, running the Twisted Sword as the equipped sword. Now, again, as I usually point out, whichever one is your cubed weapon and whichever one is your equipped weapon, you want to equip the better version of the one you have. So if you were to get a ancient or primal ancient version of one of these swords, you would obviously want to have that one equipped because by default the one that is in the cube automatically gets the maximum effect. So therefore, whichever one you get the better variant of, you'll want to do that with. Same goes for some of the rings, and same goes for the boots usually. Um, but for right now, we're just going to focus on what is there, and you can modify your build however you see fit and what works best for you. So for the Twist Sword, we have our basic stats, our Intelligence, crit hit damage, and then Intelligence from the, what's it called? Completely spaced on me. You guys know what I mean. Using your gems to beef up the intelligence on an item. But we have intelligence for that slot as well. The chance to fear on hit is not an exactly important skill for this build, but it is there. Um, and then this person has a primal variant of the weapon, therefore it has a maxed out twister damage increase. Now, this person up the top of the leaderboard has pushed GR 140. Um, and going over the gear, it doesn't look like they are cheating. They do have 3 primals, which is completely reasonable to me, but you guys be the judge. I'm not one to point it out. I'm just showing what is topping out right now. For the bracers, or the gloves, I should say, the gloves, we have the stone gauntlets with strength, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and intelligence for the gem slot. Moving on, for the shoulders, we have intel, vitality, intelligence from the gem slot, and these are the mantle of channeling. For our chest piece, we have Aqua Cuirass with intelligence, vitality, life, which is the rerolled stat on this one. So the life definitely is a stat that they were looking for, and intelligence for the gem slot. We are having what looks like topazes, I believe, in the slots for the chest piece, which gives intelligence. For the helmet, we have the Swami with a intelligence crit hit chance reroll. Crit hits gain 3 arcane power, and then intelligence for the gemstone spot. They also have maximum arcane power and energy twister damage on these. Both are, well, I'd say energy twister damage is probably more of a beneficial one, but there is that. Moving on, for the necklace, we have the Flavor of Time. Has attack speed, crit hit damage, and crit hit chance, with Molten Wildebeest Gizzard in it for the legendary gem that is slotted. This one has not been boosted from augmenting. Augmenting, that is the word I'm looking for. Augmented. It has not been augmented, so that is a bonus you could get off of doing that. But the Molten Wildebeest Gizzard is what you'll have in your slot. Moving on, we have Ransler's Folly for the Bracers, which has arcane skill damage, intelligence, crit hit chance, and life per hit with a reroll on that. And the augment is intelligence as usual. For our offhand, we have the Etched Sigil, which is usually the hand-in-hand offhand item for this build. I've not seen that change too often, so that will be running Intel, crit hit chance. Crit hits grant 4 arcane power and intelligence for the augment. Now this one can get some different stats, and most of them are pretty useful, but this one seems like it's a pretty decent one. They also re-rolled for a chance to hit, or chance to deal 19% area damage on hit. That could be a 20%, so you have a possibility for that as well. And it is running maximum arcane power. Moving on for our rings, we have the Convention of Elements, which goes in hand with the Halo of Tyranny. For the Convention of Elements is running critical hit damage, crit hit chance, and intelligence for the augment. For your slotted or your socketed gem, we have Esoteric Alteration, and then for the Halo of Tyranny, we have Legacy of Dreams socket. This bonus is doubled for ancient items. While you have no set bonuses equipped, every legendary item you have equipped increases your damage dealt by 375% and reduces your damage taken by 2%. You take 75% less damage for 5 seconds after your storm armor electrocutes an enemy more than 15 yards away. This also has a chance to deal 20% area damage on hit. Let me double check this out. Yes, our other ring has chance to deal area damage on hit as well, so that is a 40% increase from just the two of those. Moving on, we have the Ice Climbers with intelligence, vitality, armor, damage from cold attacks, and intelligence for the augment. Now, the cold attacks bonus thing isn't necessarily important, but is a decent thing to have on the side, as well as 13% Energy Twister damage, which can max out at a 15%. For our pants, we have the Swampland Waders with arcane skill damage, which they re-rolled for, so important stat that you're looking for there on those, with intelligence, vitality, resist all elements, and intelligence for your augment. Now, these are pants that I've noticed been coming up on this build. They're actually for Witch Doctor, but they actually give good stat bonuses for Wizard as well, so a lot of people have been running these. Moving on, we have Fazula's Improbable Chain. This is intelligence, vitality, resist all elements, and plus 15% life for the reroll, so something you could be looking for on these. 650 intelligence coming from the augment, and it ignores durability loss, which is not necessarily something you need, but it's there. A little bit of less repairing, I guess, but if you're running treasure goblins, then you really aren't going to be worrying too much about gold. Moving on to our active skills, or our activated skills. We are running Magic Weapon with Conduit, Arcane Torrent with Flame Ward, Energy Twister with Raging Storm, Archon with Teleport, Teleport with Safe Passage, Storm Armor, Shocking Aspect, Blur for our passive, Evocation for our passive, Unstable Anomaly for a passive, and Illusionist for a passive. And then for our cube items, these are the ones I was telling you that you can swap out with what is equipped to your character based to your cube, depending on which one you get a better version of. Primal Ancients being your key one, as long as you don't have to re-roll more than one stat on them. Now, you might be wondering why I would say that. Rerolling a stat on a Primal Ancient is because if it gets a stat that you don't need, they will always be maxed out, but you could have something that is utterly useless on that Primal, which is a sad day indeed. We are looking for Death Wish, Illusory Boots, and Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. These will be your cubed items, but they can also be swapped out for one of your equipped items, which would be the Ice Climbers, the Halo of Tyranny, Convention of Elements, or the Twisted Sword. Any one of these could be switched out for those. And that will be it on the Wizard build for Season 19 as of February 18th, 2020. And I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see or anything explained. I will do my best to get back to your comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you'd like to keep up with the updates.